You're watching SNN Weekend Edition with Christine McLarty.
Pope Mania is in full effect this weekend as Pope Francis is in Philadelphia preparing to do Mass at Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul. A community is rallying together this weekend to mourn two children suspected of being killed by their own mother. A car in Palmetto was stolen this weekend, but is now back in the hands of its rightful owner. You can see many students gathered here at the site of the crash Monday after school, and we found out today Brendan only lived 1 mile from this tree where the accident occurred. As you can see right here on the tree behind me, the swastika symbol has been grayed out as of Monday morning, but the hurtful feelings it leaves in the community is lingering. While the pier clearly states it's closed for repairs, neighbors tell me kids come down on a nightly basis, slipping through these cracks. And now neighbors are the ones feeling victimized in their own neighborhood. Sanchez says if you want to participate in helping him achieve his goal, all you have to do is go to Google and type in Kenny Loggins Kickstarter, go to his webpage, I want Kenny Loggins to play in my living room, and donate what you can. Dr. Meredith says even the best surgeon only has 2 hands, but once you put your face in the console, all of a sudden you have 3, giving you the ability to work smarter, more precise, and more in control. The director says the Kids' Day of climbing trees and ziplining is in hopes of helping the kids forget their troubled past and just be kids again. Woo! When the extrication team goes to the World Rescue Challenge, they will perform checks like this one on a live dummy, simulating someone that just got in a car accident. But for them, they say it's about more than just a competition.
Checking pulses and check for any injuries, okay?
Okay.
Check your head for any bleeding, any crevice.
It's about learning new techniques and ways to save lives.
When we go to these competitions, there's always little skills that you can learn that you never knew about before.
When you're looking for the perfect tractor for you, you need to keep in mind a few key things. One that you're comfortable getting on, one that you're comfortable operating, but most importantly, will get the job done.
Good Shabbat, good Shabbat.
Temple Emmanuel Rabbi Brenner Glickman is celebrating the Festival of Sukkot.
The celebration of the harvest and also remembrance of how our ancestors wandered through the wilderness of Sinai.
Just days before the joyous celebrations, Jewish Sarasota resident Cassie Friedman was upset to find this swastika spray painted on a tree in Payne Park.
Does someone have to share their blatant arrogance on public property, on a tree? Like, you can go and carve your own tree.
She tweeted the picture to the Sarasota Police Department Saturday night, and they have since filed a police report. Lieutenant Lori Lee Jarris says Friedman did the right thing.
If it's something non-emergency that we can investigate at a later time, social media is fine. I mean, that's the way of the future. Or call our non-emergency number.
As you can see right here on the tree behind me, the swastika symbol has been grayed out as of Monday morning, but the hurtful feelings it leaves in the community is lingering. Bradenton resident Astrid Coe says with the recent national race riots and the Black Lives Matter movement, this isn't good for the Suncoast community.
I think it's quite upsetting. It doesn't bode well for race relations.
Sarasota resident Daquana Gipp agrees.
Me being of my colored nature, that would scare me, especially when I bring my children out here. I don't know the mentality behind the swastika sticker that they have found out here. I don't know the mentality behind it, but I would feel unsafe with my child out here.
Rabbi Glickman says the swastika prevails in our society because of what it represents.
It represents the greatest evil that humanity is capable of. And people know if you put it on a wall, you're going to get a rise out of people.
Many are gathering around a tree on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard, where 17-year-old Brendan Shreve and 15-year-old Jared Duran died at 5 a.m. Saturday morning.
Terrible, like, the nicest people have to go like this, like I don't understand why it had to be him, like.
The Florida Highway Patrol says Shreve and Duran were driving a Mercedes-Benz C350 when they struck the raised median and slammed into this tree. The car was split into 2 pieces, and both were pronounced dead on scene. You can see many students gathered here at the site of the crash Monday after school, and we found out today Brendan only lived 1 mile from this tree where the accident occurred. Neighbors like Kathy White say they can't believe it happened in their Lakewood Ranch community.
My heart just goes out to the mother. so close to home, and kids just don't understand how vulnerable they are.
Lakewood Ranch resident Sarah Beatonhead agrees.
I cannot even imagine what those parents are going through right now. I mean, their lives are just forever changed, and it's so sad.
Patty Catter and her family have lived in the house to the left of the Shreves for more than a year. They say Brendan was one of a kind.
He's just a great kid. He thought about everybody else. About 3 weeks ago, my daughter and I went out into the driveway and found that he had just finished washing our car for us.
Jared's friend Cami Lazargi says he will be missed by many.
He was just like, he was such a good friend to everyone. That's why he has so much support right now.
Today, SNN's Christine McLarty got to meet Grace and introduces her now. Christine?
That's right, John. Grace's mom tells me everyone that spends more than 5 minutes with Grace will see what a resilient, joyous, and amazing child she is, hence her nickname, Amazing Grace. Meet my new friend, Grace Weigman.
Hi. Hi.
Best known as Amazing Grace.
Oh.
This 8-year-old loves watching YouTube videos of people getting shots and playing doctor with anyone willing, even our news team.
I never get your operation for you.
You can do an operation for me?
Yeah.
Her life revolves around medicine.
Robinow syndrome is extremely rare. It's an extremely rare condition.
Weighing in at 63 pounds, her fragile body
4'5", awesome.
has undergone a lot of changes.
And this is what they placed. It's called a vector. Hooks from clavicle to hip.
Her spine was growing into the space where her lungs were, and so it was causing her to breathe shallow, rapid breaths.
To help, she has had 2 vectors, or rods, surgically placed inside her back. As she grows, the rods need to be manually extended, so she will have back surgery every 6 months until she's 17 years old. That's the next 9 years. But Amazing Grace doesn't let it bother her.
She can walk into a room and just light it up.
All right.
One of the most courageous, resilient young girls that I have in my practice.
As Grace gets stronger, so does her family's faith.
It's very hard for me to think God could do this. But now looking back, everything that we've been through, I've been able to share our experience, strength, and hope with somebody else, which I guess is what it's all about.
Amazing Grace will keep taking it day by day, one Band-Aid at a time.
It's cute.
And Gracie's mother says the only thing that has pulled her through this is their Sarasota church South Shore. When Grace was diagnosed, parishioners brought countless meals and did daily chores 53 days in a row.
People who want to reach out to the Weigman family, how can they do that?
It's a great question. Grace has a Facebook page called Prayers, Love, and Hugs for Amazing Grace. You can contact the family through that to help. We have their link to her Facebook page on our website, sntv.com. At 35 years old, Nick Wallenda broke 2 Guinness World Records Sunday night, adding it to the 7 he already has.
All my training in my hometown in Sarasota, all that hard work definitely pays off.
Wallenda walked 2 wires, one at a 19-degree angle, more than 2 city blocks long. The other a straight across wire, walked with a blindfold, and no nets, even no harnesses. Wallenda says more challenging than walking the wire is not walking the wire.
You know, the hardest part of doing live TV is waiting until the director says, go ahead on the wire. That hour leading up to it that everybody's going, why are they making us watch this for an hour until he gets on the wire? I'm going, why are they making me wait to get on the wire for an hour? Because I want to get on that wire and walk.
Thousands of people have come down here to State Street in Wacker to watch Nick Wallenda walk over the Chicago River.
At first I thought he was a little whack.
I think it's pretty cool, like, you know, it's something he's passionate about.
With spectators flocking to Chicago from around the world.
I'm French and I'm here to watch the men on the wire.
They hunkered down hours before the walk to get a good view. How early did you get out here?
Hour and a half.
We wanted to walk around the area and see what kind of view we had.
Okay. To get a good seat so we could see him walk the wire.
No one with a better view than Wallenda himself, walking 600 feet over the Chicago River.
And the skyline is just unreal from up there, just to take it in.
Wallenda will spend the next couple days in Chicago and New York. talking to media. Reporting downtown Chicago, Christy McLarty, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.